بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today I have another reaction video. As I said, I will continue uploading unless I am unable to upload any. So as I promised, I will continue. And today I'm going to be reacting to this video uploaded by Islam Convert Story. And the video says, Church of England is fine with the nightclubs, but terrified of mosques. Yeah, let's get to this video and see in details.
Imagine a church abandoned for decades, gathering dust over the years. No problem at all. But when Muslims wanted to turn it into a mosque, suddenly everything changed. The Church of England, which had no issue selling its churches for nightclubs and cinemas, steps in to stop it. Why? What is the church really afraid of? First, take a look at this clip.
Aloha Cinema. So folks, here's another one of these church buildings, Church of Scotland buildings. This one has been changed into a cinema, as you can see.
So here's the real story. Just recently, an Islamic charity called the Zamir Foundation got special permission to turn an old, deserted church into a mosque. Sounds like a good idea, right? But hold on. Out of nowhere, the Church of England decides to step in and say, nope, not for Muslims. The same building that's been gathering dust for decades suddenly isn't allowed to be used for worship. Why the double standard? It seems like the higher-ups in the Church of England are feeling a little nervous about the rise of Islam in the UK. They're spreading this fear to their followers in the name of loyalty to the church and the prestigious kingdom. But is this really about protecting the religion? Or are they just uncomfortable with the growing popularity of Islam?
This town used to have a church. The central church is the one in front, and now this is going to be replaced by, if you believe it or not, a mosque. That's going to be interesting, converting this type of architecture in a mosque. Right.
What's funny is this isn't the first time they've sold their churches. Lots of abandoned churches have been turned into community centers, businesses, even places with saunas, swimming pools, and cinemas. Oh, and let's not forget the churches that are now nightclubs. Apparently, that's totally fine. But a mosque? Well, that's where they draw the line. Do you know what's even more surprising? St. Andrew's in Bournemouth and another one in Salisbury's Chapel have been converted into nightclubs. So obviously, it is not a matter of concern for the Church of England if their once sacred space is utilized in a more ethical way or not. Here's something worth noting. St. John's in Hanley hasn't seen a single worshiper since the 1980s. This place has been sitting in the middle of town, collecting dust. But now, with this Islamic foundation stepping in, the vision is much bigger than just a mosque. Imagine a women-only gym, a multi-faith library, and even a museum, all under one roof. This isn't just a place for Muslims. It's a hub for the entire community, welcoming people of all backgrounds. So where's the problem? The foundation followed every rule, got permission from the council, and was ready to bring this space back to life. But it seems like some people just can't handle the idea of a mosque at the heart of their town.
The plans included not only a mosque, but also a museum, a multi-faith library, and even a women's-only gym. The charity framed this as a way to enhance community services and promote inclusivity.
The Church of England holds authority on numerous civil matters of English society in general. It is led by archbishops of Canterbury and York, along with 106 bishops throughout the kingdom. They not only provide unified guidance in religious matters, but also make sure the affairs of the state are run in peace and harmony. Their decisions and actions manifest tolerance and include everyone in the society. But this decision to change the conversion of a church into a mosque seems biased and narrow-minded. Let's be real. Hanley must be a mostly white Christian neighborhood, but times are changing. The growing Muslim community needs more places to worship and
Correct.
connect.
Since some of these churches are on decline and people are not going to them as much, they're now turning into mosques.
In recent years, Islam has emerged as the fastest growing religion in the region. According to the 2021 census conducted by the ONS, 3.9 million, or 6% of people residing in the United Kingdom, were Muslims. London having the greatest proportion, with 15% of the Muslims living there. What really leaves the Western world scratching their heads is, despite all their endless propaganda, the Muslim population in the UK has grown by over 1 million in just a decade. Now, with that growth comes the need for more mosques, and that's exactly why the Zamir Foundation stepped in. They bought this grade 2 listed church to give the Muslim community in Hanley a place to worship. But that's not all. They plan to add a gym and a museum for everyone in the area, Muslim or not. How's that for community spirit? Now, the Church of England has been selling off old churches left and right, turning them into everything from nightclubs to shopping centers. But when a mosque was in the picture, suddenly they dug up a legal loophole from 2009 that prevents other religions from using the building as a place of worship. Talk about double standards, right? The Zamir Foundation was already getting the project underway, moving in heavy machinery and starting the transformation. They were even installing washing facilities and partitions to create
Already
space
under
for men and
construction.
women to pray separately. Everything was going smoothly until the council got involved, stepping in to halt the work after the church threw a wrench in the process. The charity had praised the council's planning permission as a positive step towards community services and fostering inclusivity. But it seems the church had other plans. Now, there's talk of legal action, but for what? And let's not forget, the Church of England didn't bat an eye when the same premises were sold to be turned into a restaurant before that fell through. Funny how they're only worried now that Muslims want to use it for actual worship. So the question is the Church of England going to keep standing in the way, or will they finally help bring the community together? After all, if they're okay with turning churches into nightclubs and shopping centers, why not let the building be used for something that benefits the people? Let's see how this unfolds.
Yeah, brothers and sisters, the video is informational. It's Church of England selling all the churches out to different people except Muslims. When it comes to Muslims, they have a big problem. So I don't have to add more information to it because the video is well explained, everything in detail. So it's, can Muslims buy or find a place to worship? That's the thing. So when they decided to buy the building, there was a huge problem, including council. But if anybody else is buying for business, nightclub, everything, it's absolutely okay for anything else except Muslims to buy as a place of worship. So that's the that's the scenario in this video. You know, when you live in a country that you are maybe for a long time you were there and you need a place of worship, because Muslims immediately they need a place of worship for sure. If they don't have a place of worship, they shouldn't be there at all. Yeah, there is no purpose Muslims to stay in a place that they cannot have a place to pray and go for worship, because the only number one thing for Muslims is a prayer. It's more important than anything else. But I hope people understand this. It's not like that you go one day and then you don't care any other day. Yeah, Muslims, they need to place to pray 5 times a day, to go and worship God alone. That's what it is. If they can't find a place to go and worship, then absolutely they don't have life. That's what it is. So that's why now this video, they're just struggling to find a place to worship, whether they are buying a building, buying a church that's on sale, because they're not forcing anyone to give them a church. They're just looking for a building that they can buy so they can transform it to a mosque and pray. So yeah, brothers and sisters, I was really so excited to watch this video, and I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.